Hi, my name is Elin. Are you looking for your next book to read? I recommend the book Smile. The main characters are Mom and Brain and Dad, sister, and brother. The story takes place at home and school. The problem the characters are trying to figure out is she is trying to get her tooth fixed. One of my favorite parts is when she falls down and she lost her two front teeth. So for your next book, I think you should choose the book Smile.
My name is Sufyan. Are you looking for the next book to read? I recommend the book The Yeti Files on the Run. The main character is the Yeti and his friends. The story takes place of the dinosaur age. The problem the characters are trying to figure out is that the Yeti and his friends are trying to help a dinosaur find a friend, but other dinosaurs are attacking them. One of my favorite parts is when the T-Rex is chasing the Yetis and his friends and they fall off a cliff. So for your next book, I think you should choose Mr. Pants.
Good. Go. Hi, my name is Lawson. Are you looking for your next book to read? I recommend the book Bird in School. The main character is Bird in School. The story takes place in a cave. The problem that the characters are trying to figure out is how to escape the spider. One of my favorite parts is they're funny because Bird knows nothing, Squirrel knows everything. So for your next book, I think you should choose Bird in School all tangled up. Nico, what are you looking for your next book to read? I recommend the book Bird and Squirrel. The main character is Bird and Squirrel. The story takes place in a cave. The problem the characters try to figure out is how to escape the spider. One of my favorite parts is they're funny because Bird knows nothing, Squirrel knows everything. So your next book, I think you should choose Bird and Squirrel.
Okay, go. My name is Maya. Are you looking for your next books to read? I recommend Katie the Cat Sitter. The main character is Katie. This story takes place outside and inside. The problem the characters are trying to figure out is how to stop Owlman. One of my favorite parts is when Katie sits the cats. So for your next book, I think you should choose Katie the Cat Sitter.
My name is Charlotte. Are you looking for your next book to read? I recommend the book Bird and Squirrel and I. The main characters are Bird and Squirrel. This story takes place in Antarctica. The problem the characters are trying to figure out is one of them is always getting in trouble. One of my favorite parts is when they meet Sakara. So for your next book, I think you should choose Bird and Squirrel.
My name is Owen. Are you looking for a book to read? I recommend the book Big Nate Goes Bananas. The main character is Nate. The story takes place on the baseball field. The problem the characters are trying to figure out is Nate does not like his baseball team name. One of my favorite parts is when Chad and Nate are talking on walkie-talkies. So for your next book, I think you should choose Big Nate Goes Bananas. Hi, my name is Brooks. Are you looking for the next book to read? I recommend the book Be Prepared. The main character is Vera. The story takes place at a camp. The problem the characters are trying to figure out is how to like camp. One of my favorite parts is when she tries to make lunch. So for your next book, I think you should choose Be Prepared by Vera Brosco.
My name is Lily. Are you looking for
your next book to read, I recommend the book The Babysitter's Club. The main characters are Dawn, Colada, Cassie, Mary, Annie. This story takes place at school and homes. The problem the characters are trying to figure out is Mimi had a stroke. One of my favorite parts is the club. So for your next book, I think you should choose the Babysitter's Club.
My name is Otto. Are you looking for your next book to read? I recommend the book The Stranger. The main character is the stranger. This takes place in fall and a farm. The problem the characters are trying to find out, the stranger lost his memory. One of my favorite parts is the farmer accidentally hit the stranger with his truck. So for your next book, I think you should pick The Stranger by Christmas Ashford.
My name is Peyton. Are you looking for your next book to read? I
Recommend.
recommend the book Sloths. The main character is Sloth. This story takes place in South America. The problem the sloths are trying to figure out. The sloths are endangered because the predators. One of my favorite parts is the baby sloth is on its mom. So for your next book, I think you should choose Sloths.
My name's Aaliyah. Are you looking for your next book? I recommend the book Boarding School. The main character is Boarding School. This story takes place in the woods. The problem the couple are trying to figure out is Bigfoot real? One of my favorite parts is when they face the spiral. So for your next book, I think you should choose Boy and School.
My name is Sienna. Are you looking for your next book to read? I recommend the book Pug Snow Day. The main character is Pug. This story takes place outside. The problem the characters are trying to figure out is the new kid next door has a scary monster-sized pet. One of my favorite parts is when it starts snowing. So for your next book, I think you should choose Pug Snow Day.